Hey BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you are new to me and this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello, what's up? My name is Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So I hope that's why you're here, because that's what's going to be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in and continued support. I really do appreciate it. So today for you, as you can see from the day's title video, I have a tag video. I was tagged by somebody. Somebody out there loves me and they tagged me in a video, and they tagged me in one of probably the best tags that I've seen in a while, and it's the anything but books tag. So if you are not familiar with the anything but books tag is, it is literally a tag where they ask questions and you have to answer anything but books. So you're asking a chick who has 45-minute videos talking about a single book in a 45-minute video to answer questions with anything other than books. So we're gonna fucking do it. So grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, and let's get talking about anything other than books. Okay, so I was tagged by Daphne over at Being Daphne. I will link her in the down box below so you can go check out her anything but tag video and get to know her a little bit better. But essentially what this video is it's, I think there's like 18 questions, I think. And I have to answer the questions with anything other than books. Some of these questions were actually really easy. Some of them were actually kind of hard to do. So let's just dive right in and get to know me in other ways other than books. So the first question, what is your spirit animal? Okay, so I immediately thought cat. I immediately thought cat because I'm a cat person. I love cats. They're my favorite. They are the epitome of indifference. They do not give a shit. They choose their owners. They are very independent. They are self-sufficient. And I thought immediately that's what it was. However, there's a lot of qualities about cats that I wish I embodied, but I don't majority of the time. There are areas of my life where I do, but majority of the time I am not. So I logically rationed out that a cat is probably not my spirit animal. I just am in love with cats. But as I was logically rationing this out, looking at characteristics and qualities of other animals, I found myself breaking down, really looking and trying to see and everything like that. And it drew me to the owl. The owl, the all-seeing, wide-eyed owl that can do a 360 spin with their head, who's obsessed with night, who attacks, but is also kind of goofy. If you've ever seen owl videos, they can be dumb. Like, they're hopping around with their eyes, they're just like, what? And they're kind of creepy looking, but at the same time, they're also adorably cute. And I secretly am in love with them. So I picked an owl because I think owls are very intelligent, and I like to think that I'm actually quite smart, even though I say some stupid things sometimes. Because owls, even though they are smart, they can be goofballs and jokesters. And they attack when they need to, and they thrive at night. And they like to see all the way around the situation. They like to see a 360 view, and I like to see all facets of stories. I like to break things down and tear them apart, just like they do to their food. So yeah, an owl is my spirit animal, and I will take it. I like owls. They're cute. Number 2, my favorite movie couple. This one was a little bit hard because I have a lot of favorite movie couples. But there was one that stood out to me because this is my breakup movie. This is the movie that whenever I got my heart broken, I always watched. And it is the Bridget Jones Diary. So it is Bridget Jones and Mark Darcy, played by Renee Zellweger and Colin Firth. Because Colin Firth, hello? Seriously? Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. But Renee Zellweger as Bridget Jones, she is just a normal fucking girl. Her makeup looks like shit sometimes, even though she's trying very hard. She's not perfect. She's not a size 2. She's a thicker girl. She says stupid things. She puts her foot in her mouth. She makes an ass of herself and then has to fucking deal with it. And I loved it. And Colin Firth is just this straight, up-laced kind of guy, but yet he has like a secret like goofball complex, and I just ate this couple up. And whenever I had a broken heart, I always watched this movie because it always made me smile and made me feel good, and I just loved it. So this is one of my favorite movie couples, is Mark Darcy and Bridget Jones. The first movie. I don't really care about the other ones. I like the first one, okay? I thought it was great, and I still watch it to this day. I love this movie. I love it. Favorite Disney princess? Since I'm a book person, immediately people think Belle is my favorite. She is not. When I really think about it, my favorite Disney princess growing up was Ariel because I have red hair, I loved her song, and secretly, I'm a beach girl. Don't tell my sister-in-law. She will be dancing a jig. I went to St. Croix and it brought it all back, and just that peaceful, easy, just, oh, I need to be in the water and mermaid life. Like, yes, Ariel's my fucking favorite. She is. I also loved Part of Your World. That's one of my favorite songs to sing. I love it. And the fact that I have red hair, she's my princess. Although Belle, I love Belle. I love her storyline. I just like Ariel. And people think it's really funny when I say Ariel's my favorite princess because she's the princess that gives up her voice. And I like to fucking talk. Define irony. Yeah, that throws people for a loop every once in a while when they hear that one about me. So, but Ariel, she's my bae, she's my princess. On the flip side, what is your favorite villain? This is an easy one, Maleficent. This was one of the easiest questions because Maleficent is the coolest fucking villain. And the reason why is this bitch got so pissed off that she wasn't invited to a fucking party that she cursed a fucking baby with death. Okay, with death. If you have not seen the actual animated Sleeping Beauty, she curses her with death. Okay, the soliloquy is she'll prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die. Not the Angelina Jolie one where she'll fall in death like sleep. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's how Merryweather gave her her wish, okay? What canon people, man, but Maleficent, man, that bitch is awesome. That bitch is awesome. She's also the epitome of like Halloween colors with the purple and the green. And she's got the crow and the staff. And she turns into a fucking dragon. Oh my God. I love her. She's my favorite. She's my favorite because she's legitimately just a fucking bitch. And I'm like, yes. Fuck that kid for not inviting you to your goddamn party. Yes. Payback's a bitch. I love it. I love Maleficent. She's my favorite. She is, Although, seeing that I am a stepmother, it is kind of a long-running joke that I'm the evil stepmother with my, stepmother with my daughter. And my daughter has jet black hair. So when she was really little, I always thought it really cute for her to be Snow White. And my husband's a hunter, so he's the huntsman, and I was the evil queen. So the evil queen does hold a special place in my heart as well. But Maleficent, that's my girl. That's my jam. Old school, there you fucking go. Yeah. Next question. How old are you? I am 37. I am 37. I was born May 15th, 1987. Yep. I am 37 years old. Next question. What character would be your best friend? So there are two characters that I couldn't quite decide, who. So the first one is Thackeray Binks from Hocus Pocus, the black cat, because he's a cat. All right. He's a talking black cat. And I liked him better than Salem in, the, Teen Witch, Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. I liked Thackeray Binks. He was more of a smartass. I liked him a lot. I thought he was cute. I wanted to snuggle him. Loved him. Thackeray Binks. He would be my animal friend. My best friend in life, though, would be Katie Otto from The American Housewife. If you have not seen The American Housewife, that's me. I love her. I want to be a part of that breakfast club and shit talk people and drink mimosas. And yes, that's what I want. I want to be in that friend group. Ugh, I love Katie Otto. I love her. Seriously, if you've not watched American Housewife, you need to go watch it. That show is just fucking hilarious. I can marathon that show forever. Such a good fucking show. Love Katie Otto as a human best friend right there. And then I got Thackeray Binks as my little animal companion. Yeah, that's how we roll with that one. Which character would you marry? Oh, there's so many. There's so many characters I would have married. It also depends on what point in my life and age you're looking at. I mean, I would have married the Red Power Ranger when I was little. I would have I would marry Henry Cavill's Witcher character now. Yeah, I would. But there is one tried and true character that no matter who comes out of the woodwork, who shows their chiseled abs and long white hair, they just can't seem to take this guy's spot. They just seem to not be able to take it. And that's Rick O'Connell from The Mummy, Brendan Fraser's Rick O'Connell. I love this movie. I love this man. I think he's hilarious. My husband reminds me so much of Brendan Fraser in this film, just his attitude and his demeanor. Yes, it would be Rick O'Connell from The Mummy. And also, I just really want to go to Egypt. Really bad. I want to see all this stuff. So yeah, Rick O'Connell. Yeah, I rewatched this movie so many times on VHS that I wore it out twice. I went through 3 copies of this movie on VHS before I bought it on DVD because I wore it out. The last copy, before I wore it out, I bought it on DVD. But yeah, I was obsessed with this movie and really obsessed with Brendan Fraser. Like, have you seen him in The Mummy? That scene with the sunset. Oh my God. I need all the recs about that right now. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. Rick O'Connell. Any day of the week. Yeah, I love him. Speaking of favorite movies, the next question is, what is your favorite movie? I do not have a favorite movie. Every time somebody asks me this, it changes. I have a top 5, okay? A top 5, and depending on my mood or where you catch me at or like what's going on in my life at that time depends on which one is going to take the cake. So here are my top 5 in no particular order. The Princess Bride. Obviously. I like reading fantasy. All right, come on. It's like the original fantasy movie right there. The Labyrinth, for obvious fucking reasons. All right, we got David Bowie, tight spandex, big hair, kick-ass fucking soundtrack, mazes, puzzles. Yeah, fucking awesome. Cosplaying, fucking amazing. Okay, the next film, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. This stars Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. This is what I believe is one of Bette Davis's greatest roles ever. It is an adaptation of the book Whatever Happened to Baby Jane by... I cannot remember the fucking dude's name. Son of a bitch. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head. It's right here. Here you go. I love this movie. It's black and white. It's a psychological thriller. Bette Davis is fucking gold in this. Oh my God, she's just, she is perfect. Perfection in this fucking movie. Like, if you like old time movies and you've not seen this, you need to fix your life and go watch this because Bette Davis and Joan Crawford are the epitome of perfection and old hags in this fucking film. Oh my God, I might need to watch this tonight just because, I love this movie. So good. Another one of my top 5 is National Treasure. I'm a history person. This is one of the best history films I've seen. I love the way it brings it to life, and Nicolas Cage was perfect casting in this. I love the puzzles. I love the sights. I love the history. I love the interweaving. I loved everything. And Sean Bean doesn't die! Another reason I love this movie. I also just really, really enjoy this movie. This is one of the main reasons I actually kind of went into history. I became obsessed with this movie, and I just loved it. I prefer this over the second one for sure. This one is untouchable. I think it's fantastic. It's great. And then the last one is, of course, The Mummy, the first one with Brendan Fraser. I love this. I just love this movie. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. The CGI leaves some to desire. And like, back in the day, CGI wasn't the best, but I just love the concept of the story. I love everything about it, and I just Brendan Fraser as Rick O'Connell. That kiss. It was that good of a kiss. Yes, it was. I need to watch some movies tonight. 9. The best cartoon character. Daria. Daria from the MTV show Daria. I loved her. She's me in high school. That witty, sarcastic, dry. I just ate that shit up. I introduced her to my daughter. I have the entire Daria collection on DVD, and I had her watch it, and she's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Sick Sad World, Jane, her friend, the whole night. I loved it. I loved Daria. I thought it was great. I love that show. I still use lines from that show. I do, because I think it's amazing. But she's the best cartoon. What did you want to do when you grew up? So I wanted to be a plethora of things. Shocker. I wanted to be a plethora of things. I wanted to do all this stuff. For the longest time, I wanted to be an opera singer. I actually took 10 years of professional voice lessons in the operatic voice. And I wanted to be an opera singer, but I couldn't take the criticism very well. So I kind of fell out. I went to school to major in music, or minor in music and major in history, because I wanted to do teaching and to teach music on the side. So that was the other thing I wanted to do. Once I kind of backed off the opera singer, it kind of bled into wanting to be a teacher, because I like being in front of people. I like talking. I like being in control. Perfect spot for me. But then I also discovered that I had a love for the dark and macabre. So I thought about the idea of forensic pathologist, really enjoyed that, because I don't really like working with people. At least I didn't, when I was in my younger years. So I thought working with the dead was great. I thought it was great. And now I just want to matter. Now I just want to matter. I have my degree and I just want to matter. That's what I want to do when I grow up. I want to matter. And I have a good core group of people around me, so I think I'm doing exactly what I want to do. Next question. What is your favorite music? I listen to all types of music. My daughter rips on me about this all the time. She's like, well, what kind of mood are you in today? Are we listening to country? Are we listening to rock? Are we listening to Korean pop? Are we listening to opera? Are we listening to Broadway? Like, I'll just throw whatever the fuck on. Oldies, I listen to everything. But I tend to gravitate towards rock most of the time. I tend to gravitate towards music where the singers are also performing the music as well. So rock musicians, pianists, stuff like that. Like, I tend to gravitate towards those guys, more than like the dance poppy where they're doing other things while performing the songs. I like when like you go to like a live show and they're the ones actually doing everything. But rock music is tend to where I go. The lyrics are beautiful and they're a dangerous kind of beautiful, and I really enjoy that juxtaposition of them. There are some rock songs out there that are just, if you don't listen to the lyrics, you think it's just sex and booze and drugs. But then when you actually listen to the lyrics, you're like, wow, they are really saying something. Like, they're really saying something. And that's fucking awesome. I love the ability to tear a rock song apart. It's not just that. There's layers to it. I like the music with the layers, and rock music tends to have that for me. So rock, heavy metal. 12th question. What never fails to make you happy? Sitting on my deck and reading my books. I always am very happy with that, even when I have, there might be bugs out there or it might be a little too warm. It never fails to make me happy to sit out there and read my books and just hang out, just chill and relax. That always makes me happy. I really enjoy anything that is self-discovery. I get the biggest kick out of doing new things, learning new things, delving into new things. I love to tear things apart and just really get in there and dig around, whether it's books, whether it's movies, whether it's people, whether it's relationships. I love that, taking apart and really seeing how things work. Not so much like actual physical objects. I don't like taking physical objects apart. That's just fucking annoying because then I have to put it back together. Things that like theoretical dismantling of things. I really enjoy that. And then also my husband ripping on me. My husband makes me laugh all the time. He is one of the few people on the face of the planet who could get past the shell and really make me laugh at myself. And one of the reasons I'm more approachable now is because of him. Because I have stopped taking myself as serious because he doesn't let me take myself seriously at all. Like nothing. If it's super, super serious, he will make me laugh about it eventually. So I like to think that my laugh is his favorite sound. I like to think that, but I don't know for sure. I also, no, I was skipping questions. Guys. Well, we're on question number 13. If there was a room filled with all your favorite people, dead, alive, famous, etc., who would you run to first? Obviously, my favorite person on the planet is Lauren and Elizabeth. Like they're a combo, so they are my favorite people. But taking them out of the equation, I'm taking them out. Anybody else? Lzzy Hale, the lead singer of Halestorm. She is my hall pass. All right, like straight up, she's my chick hall pass. And I am in love with her. I love that woman. I love her. I've heard everything she's ever done, and I have never disliked anything she's ever done. Do I like some of her other stuff more than her others? Yes, but I will always choose to listen to her over anybody else. Like, very rarely will I say, I'm not in a Halestorm mood. I don't think I've ever said that. Ever. And I don't think I ever will, except in that context. Hypothetically context, because I'm in love with Lzzy Hale, so I would totally just run to her and be like, I love you, please sign my shoe, because I'm obsessed with you. Yeah, she's amazing. If you've not listened to Halestorm, you probably should go fix that. Like, actually now, not probably, it's a definite, you need to go fix it, because what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. 14. What do you like to do besides read? Besides chit chat and talk to myself? No. I love to watch movies, obviously. I love watching movies. We actually did a cinematic wedding countdown when we got married. Me and my husband did. We drew out of a bucket all these prompts and we had to watch a movie based off of that. So movies have always been very, very important to me. I love going to the movie theaters and watching them, whether they're new releases, old releases. I love that feel, that ambiance. I love it. And now that theaters are really getting like super comfy fucking chairs and shit, fuck yes, love that shit. I've also really enjoyed learning how to bake and cook. That is a journey that started when I met my husband, and I've really enjoyed that journey. I get a kick out of trying new recipes and people eating them and liking them and saying like, damn, you fucking rock that. I eat that shit up. I'm still very nervous about it, but I am enjoying the journey that it's going on. For sure, I have definitely come leaps and bounds since I started. So I'm very happy about that. And I really like to do that besides reading. Anything really creative. I used to be a scrapbooker. I was a scrapbooker for almost like 18 years, off and on. But anything that allows me to really be creative, I really enjoy doing. So my husband recently bought me a shirt press so I can make shirts. I've been really enjoying that, especially with my daughter being in high school, making all like her spirit wear and stuff like that. I've gotten a kick out of that. Making centerpieces. I made all my centerpieces for my wedding. I enjoy being very, very creative and just creating something out of just random shit. But sometimes I don't have the money for it, and sometimes I don't have the time for it, so I don't get to do it as often as I like, because it is time consuming and is a hobby, and I'd rather do other hobbies like cook or read or watch my movies. And then recently, me and my daughter have been taking some more road trips and traveling, and that has been a huge thing. The travel bug has definitely been bitten. has bitten me and bitten her. And so that's become something that we've enjoyed doing. That's also, we can't do all the time, but when we do it, we get to enjoy it. And some of you guys have actually seen it on my Instagram rolls and stuff like that. So seeing all these cool little off the wall, off the beaten path kind of sites, I get a kick out of that. Those are definitely memories that I'm really enjoying, and hopefully will continue. So yeah, that's what I like to do besides reading. I like to do a lot of things, and I'd really like to get into hiking for some reason. I don't know why, and I also want to learn to sail. There's a lot of stuff I would like to learn to do that I think I would really enjoy doing, but I have to do it. Yep. Question 15, do you sleep talk or walk? And tell me about it if you do. I did when I was younger. I did. I actually walked out of my house and fell asleep in the middle of the road. I fell back asleep in the middle of the road. Scared the crap out of my parents. But that only happened once. There was a couple other times where I would come out and apparently have full-blown conversations with people, and I have no recollection of it. But the scariest one was I walked out of the house and walked into the middle of the road. Now, granted, the town I was living in, there was like no traffic whatsoever. It was a town of 500 people, but they had just freshly graveled the road. And so when I laid back down on the road and I woke up and there was actually gravel like imprinted into my face. I woke up to my dad screaming, "Where the fuck is Jackie?" Because I was literally out in the front road. I was on the road in front of my house. That's how far I made it. And it was summer. Yeah, I wasn't frozen or cold or anything like that, but yeah, well, that happened. Never happened since, as far as I know, but I have been told I've had full-blown conversations with people, and then I have no recollection of the day. I think my husband's been using that as an excuse and has had me agree to things that I didn't actually agree to, like certain things to buy. A little sus there, but you know, that's how it is. 16, choose your weapon, go. I would shoot a pistol. My dad taught me to shoot. He started teaching me to shoot when I was 10. So I've been shooting with my dad for a long time. And we actually all shoot in my family. My dad was ranked first in the entire Pacific Fleet 3 years in a row. So my dad's a very, very good shot. And he taught both me and my sister how to shoot, target shooting. And I took to it better than my sister did. I never competed or anything like that. I was never that dedicated or that passionate about it. But every year our family gets together and has a pumpkin shoot. So we shoot all the pumpkins after Halloween, the first weekend in November. So we have the annual pumpkin shoot for our family. So I would grab a pistol and I would shoot because I'm pretty good. So is my husband. We're all really good shots in our family. So it's pretty cool. Number 17, favorite karaoke ballad to belt out. I got 2 because it depends on how drunk I am. My go-to off the top start off is Cher's Walkin' in Memphis. I love karaokeing. I love singing. It's something I love to do. I sing in the shower. I sing in the car. I sing out in public all the time. I like to sing. And Cher's Walkin' in Memphis is my go-to jam right there. But when I get really drunk, I will knock out some Janis Joplin, me and Bobby McGee. Yeah, I can do a decent representation of that one when I'm drunk. But Cher is my song. I feel like I need to do this, so we're just gonna do it. Let me get a drink real fast. Let's just do this. Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded a plane and touched down in the land of the Delta Blues. Middle of the pouring rain, W.C. Handy, won't you look down over me? Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a girl can be. When I'm walking in Memphis, was walking with my feet 10 feet off a Beale. Walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? There you go. Favorite song to belt out. And my last question. Tell me an embarrassing story about yourself. Ha! I've got this. All right, so let me set the stage. I am a junior in high school. Just got my driver's license that summer, okay? Junior in high school. My volleyball team is playing regionals. Regionals are at my old school. I went to a public grade school and then transferred to a completely different high school. So the regional game that my high school volleyball team was playing at my old grade school. The high school was attached to that grade school. So they were playing people that I knew. I was sicker than a dog. I had 101 fever, but I was not going to miss this fucking game, okay? And I got my driver's license. I begged my parents to let me drive 35 minutes away, because that's where we moved from. And I drove, and I went to the high school. Their parking lot had an entrance and an exit. I parked in said parking lot, went to said game, I just couldn't handle anymore. I was too fucking sick, okay? So I left. I left in the middle of the game. I go out to said parking lot. The entrance and exit now have cars parked in them, because that's fucking smart, okay? That's fucking brilliant. But this parking lot happens to sit on kind of like a little hill, and there's a little ditch right here on this side. There's an opening between two cars. I can fit my car through it. I think I'll just drive right through there. I'll do the redneck thing. It's fine. Redneck's parked in the fucking front entrance and exit because, brain trusts. Let me just join the fucking club. So I drive through the cars and into the ditch. What I didn't realize was I was a 1993 Oldsmobile Cutlass with a nose and this fucking huge, and it went straight into the ditch, and my ass end was up. The car was too big for the ditch. The ditch was not shallow enough. It was too deep. It was too inverted. I was like this. So I got out of said car, and some people tried to help me push the car out. I put the car in reverse, and I got out of the car. And I left the car door, driver's side door, open, because my car is in reverse. Okay? And we're trying to push said car up. A gentleman comes over to try to help me and shuts the driver's side door, now locking my car, because when you threw this car into reverse, it automatically locked. And I threw it into reverse with the door already open. He shut said door, so now my car is like this in a ditch with its ass end tails not touching the fucking ground and its nose in said ground with the keys in the ignition, car turn on in fucking reverse at my old high school with people that knew me, don't like me, with my new high school friends, all there. I have 101 fever, and I'm stuck there, and I have to call my grandpa to go and get a set of keys from my mom and dad to unlock said car. My grandpa is the closest to me, so he comes to make sure I'm okay, but my dad has to drive the 35 minutes to give me the other keys to unlock said car. And then I have to drive home and get grounded. I did not go to school the next day because I still remember I was sick, had 101 fever. My mom made me stay home. I come to school the following day, not the next day right after, but the day after, and people look at me like a fucking ghost because they thought I died. They thought I was dead because I didn't come to school. And we didn't have cell phones, so no one actually called. I had to go into the school to call my parents to come bail me out. That is the only time I've ever put my car in a ditch. I did it on purpose. Not swerving to miss a deer, not swerving to miss a cat, not because of an accident. Nope, because I drove my car into a ditch thinking I could get out. Because the parking lot was full, because somebody parked at the entrance and the exit. And I wanted to go home because I didn't feel good. Yeah. And then people thought I died. I did die of embarrassment. And I was grounded for like 2 weeks after that. And to this day, whenever I drive back to that town, because my daughter's in high school, and occasionally we have to play that school, something always happens. A major storm happens. There's an accident that I'm witness to that that almost hits me. Something fucking happens. Every time. It's cursed. It's cursed. It's fucking cursed. It's been cursed since I left it. Yeah. That's my embarrassing story. It's one of my best stories. But that's what I got. Those are the questions of anything but book tag. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit better, especially for all my new subscribers that I've gotten recently. I hope you enjoyed this, and please don't be too harsh about my singing. I know I'm not the best, but that's my song. It's my song. What can I say? But yeah, I open this tag to anybody because I'm not really good at doing tags for people, and I don't actually know who's all done this tag because I was tagged like last. So if you would like to do this and have at it, just let me know that you found it here, and so I can watch it and I can get to know you as well. So that's what I got for you guys today, and I will see you guys all soon with another video. Have fun, guys.